Hey guys, so I've just come from like a place where I've basically had an intense realization of something, and I really wanted to just share it with you guys and try and see if that would help anyone out really. So you know how the one thing we all know, the one thing you can't get back is time. We all know that. It's a really big realization. It's a good thing when you get that, but it's not quite the whole truth. It's not the only thing you can't get back, and I'll come back to that in a second. But um, one thing that I used to hear, I don't know if you've probably heard it. So there's like 86,400 seconds in a day. So what people used to say was, if you imagine you had a bank account and every day you've got $86,400 put in that bank account. What would you do with that money? You'd make the most of it. You'd spend every single penny. You'd get it all gone. And it's like, yeah, that's true. That's the first step of a mindset change, really, that you've got that, so use it. But again, it's half the story, because what do you use it on? So if you had $86,400 in your bank account, and by the end of the day it would be gone, regardless of if you do anything with it, cool, yeah, you're going to go out and you're going to spend it. But the other part of the story they don't say is, and you also don't know when the day will stop that money keeps coming in your bank account. So again, I might be getting a bit intense. Like I said, I don't want it to be too overbearing. But the reality is life, there's no guarantees, and one day it will end. That's just the nature of it. So suddenly the story becomes different, because you've got 86,000, let's just say, dollars coming in a day, but you don't know if tomorrow you're going to get it. So suddenly what you do with that money, and obviously we're talking actually in time, if you've lost, if I've lost you on the analogy, but with that money, you don't know if it's ever going to come again. So I don't know if it was me, and if you guys are anything like me, for the first few weeks or months or whatever of that money coming in, you'd party, spending it on everything, because it's going to go anyway, so let's just spend it all. When you suddenly realize you don't know when it's going to stop coming in, suddenly it becomes about using that to build a legacy, using that to build smart future for different things. And obviously, with money, it's a little bit easier, because obviously you can carry on if money stops, so you can build. And if time stops, it's a different ball game. But I hope you're following me on the analogy. So realistically, that comes to a point where you go, right, okay, so actually it's not about spending the money, it's about spending the money, the time, in appropriate ways that will build something in the future and will give you a foundation. So that's the full part of that story. Now, to bring you back to the start where I said time's not the only thing you won't get back, I think this is something that a lot of people probably maybe subconsciously realize, but don't put a lot of thought in, is, so it's not just time, it's your mindset. It's your mind, it's your energy that you can never get back. So if I go and I have a really negative experience of some form, whether it's my fault or not, and I spend, half an hour in that negative environment or activity, and then that mindset that I had is gone. I can't get that back. What I have to do is I have to build my energy back up. It has gone with the time. It still exists back in the past. It's not like I can grab it anymore. So using the full analogy of everything we've just spoke about, it's not just time you have to guard. It's not just money you have to guard. It's your mind. If you don't guard your energy and your mind, you could be doing all the right things in your business and in your personal life elsewhere, and it still won't make a difference. ultimately. And like I said, apologies if this is a bit intense, but I think it's important because how can it not be? So that time that you spend on what you think is the best thing to be spending it on, make sure your mind is what you're spending your time on as well. Build that foundation. I recently learned that, like the skyscrapers you guys have got in like New York and places, we don't have them as much over here in the UK, but obviously they go like so tall, but the foundations for them have to go a couple of 100 feet below ground to allow that to stand. And mindset is that you can be putting the right work ethic in. You could be slogging away 24 hours a day if you needed to. But if your mind isn't safe, ultimately, it will still crumble, because your mindset is the foundation you build everything on. Everything. Like, not an overstatement, everything. Without your mindset, it doesn't matter how much money you've got, doesn't matter what things you've got. Once that's gone and your time's gone, that's what it's for. The money gives you the freedom to build your mind. The business is giving you a freedom to get your time. These are vehicles to get to the most important thing. So really, I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's a bit of a rant, a bit of a ramble, a little bit intense. But guys, building your mindset, protect that. Fight for that fiercely. That's where the real growth happens. With that, you can kind of almost grow to anywhere you want to get, whether that's in your business, your lifestyle, whatever it is you want to do. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I'll end this here because I don't think it should be a long one, but I'm happy to, if you guys ever want to drop anything on me, message me, chat to me, I'll happily jump in. But I think I've just realized again how important that is. And some of the stuff I was doing is self-sabotaging without even realizing, because my mind wasn't guarded properly. So yeah, build those habits, and have a good day, and spend your $86,400 wisely.